Hey, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. And update, haven't been doing any updates for a couple of days, and that's our quarantine madness. So we're actually ready to go on with the next stage, which will be down to me, apart from a little plumbing that has to be done here. We haven't fixed this in yet. As you can see, it's a tiny sink. That's all that's needed for a guest house with minimal. They're not going to be entertaining 10 people for dinner, so I think we're okay on that. Well, this is like a storage room now for the time being, because we're almost ready to go for painting. As you can see, we've got little bits of making good. Some of these black screws just wouldn't take, so they'll have to be replaced with the silver screws, which will take. Of course, these won't be seen, but there are some which need to be replaced, even though actually what happens is that they refuse to pull into the plywood. And that was what I always found. It's difficult to get quality things like screws, and when they do sell something that's of quality, what they do is they make you pay for the quality screws. They make you pay each. So when you go in, instead of being able to buy as you normally do, by the kilo, you have to pay for each screw. Talk about being screwed. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that, because they're one centavo each. Not so bad. See, but these are the offending screws. These are what I would call drywall screws, but even they are not the same. They're not the same here. So here we are, and that's the current stage. It's going slowly because our friend James keeps getting hijacked to take everybody to the church for rehearsals and other things that have to be done, and they're part of family life. These are the kind of things that are quite tricky to do nicely. They're quite tricky. That is one of the heavy-duty supports, one of the corner posts, and it's all over the place. So to bring that out, I have to take it from the highest spot, or the most out spot, take that and then run that up plumb, so it's nice and straight, because you won't be seeing anything of that post after this. That's for where the fan will go, and this time I'll be getting a stronger fan than the one that I have in our red house, which is not going to disturb anybody. It's as peaceful as it can possibly be, and it hardly extracts anything. Now there we are. I went down today and got some stud. We needed some extra stud. I'm hoping that I got enough. I only got 3. Still waiting for... I went also into the bank. There's the other 2, look. I went into the bank that stole or borrowed my money. I went in to one of the other banks. Well, all of the banks are one of the other banks, because our account is with an out of Taliban bank. They don't have a branch here. So whenever I go to the ATM, it's always some other bank. And if anything happens, out here in the Philippines, it just means that it's a hassle. You have to go into the bank, tell them that it's swallowed your money. If you know it well, then what you'll do is straight away, as soon as it doesn't pay you, and as soon as it says anything about what they have or haven't done, like this particular time, it says, sorry, can't process this request. But what it didn't say was, we've withdrawn your money from the account anyway. So Beth got back into the truck and told me that. I think it was her that did that. Or no, wait a minute, I'm just remembering now, because it said can't process your money, then I thought that it had not taken the money out of the account. Well, I went over to the Metro Bank. This is the kind of thing that if you're considering coming to live in the Philippines, this is the kind of thing that can happen. It's nothing to be greatly stressed about, but 10,000 is a lot. It's a lot to not get. Now, when I had this happen at Metro Bank, because I'm known there, I just called for the manager. The manager came out and we handled it on the spot, and I got my money. But this account, I don't have an account at this particular bank, but it doesn't have great lines of people waiting to get money from the ATM, so that's why I pay a little bit more per withdrawal. Well, when I got over to, let me put this out, when I got over to the Metro, I soon found out that in fact it had taken the money, because I asked for, but that was the other thing, is that the offending bank did not give receipts, and that's another thing. It will frequently say, sorry, we are not unable to give you a receipt, do you want to continue? And obviously I needed the money, I said yes. So I saw the exact amount, one on top of the other, and we took a picture of that so that we'd have proof. And now we're trying to get back that money. It was supposed to come back today. The lady at the bank told me, incredibly polite, so nice, but not giving me my money. So that's where we are, and that's my update, my tale of woe, and my update. And the reason I started to tell you that was that 10,000 was earmarked for buying materials for this job. So we're having to make the materials that we have go a long way. Okay, well, thank you for being with us again and for taking an interest. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll say bye for now.